Immediately after that meeting, we called a special workshop to discuss policies. Because the mandate from the Provincial People's Assembly was that you go and organize it. Before we go to Mangaung, we must have met as delegates. We have conducted that workshop. And Sasha is under my curtain. I'm saying this is what we are doing. But we cannot do that if our regions are not there. If our branches are not coming along. We need to build this coherent, cogent relationship amongst ourselves as this province. That is what we need. We had intended in the first week of January to hold a strategic planning session as the PCT, wherein we are going to say, in the next 4 years, what is it that we are going to do? What is our strategic thrust? Fortunately, we are coming from the National People's Assemblies. What are our resolutions for the next 5 years? What are we going to do as a province to make sure that we achieve the objectives laid out in our constitution in relation to the same resolutions? We meant to achieve that. We meant to sit and say, what are our strengths? Why are our fighters so angry? What is it that we need to do to dilute this anger? If Malesela must apologize, let it be so. So that together we can move in unity. But we can only do that analysis when we are assisted as the PC together with the chairperson and secretaries of province, of regions. Unfortunately, we did not do that. Because immediately when we were heading for that session, National said on the 11th, the very same weekend we wanted to hold this strategic session, we are going to have our first CCT meeting. What did we do? We had to abandon our own program. Why? Because democratic centralism says lower structures are subordinate to higher structures. If there is any directive that comes now to say next week the CCT is coming to Okruleni, is coming to Gauteng, it doesn't matter whatever programs we shall have planned, we are going to do what? We are going to shelve them. Because an upper structure is coming to us. We then had to leave to put that strategic session aside to understand the implications. We can't lead if we do not have a program as a province. But we had to comply because we understand that we are a lower structure. Then we went to the CCT meeting. We did not complain. We only said, hey, it's shade. Because by now, we should be having a plan to say, as the province, particularly for this year, this is what we are going to do. As a province, we have adopted these programs from regions. As a province, we have adopted these programs from branches. We did not do that. From the masses to the masses. Marxist theory of knowledge says, at a policy political level, there are clear guidelines which us as the leadership at a lower level, we must build programs around these policies. From the masses to the masses. What it means is ideally, branches should have submitted their programs to the region. Regions should have submitted their consolidated programs to the province. That is the ideal way of doing things. Unfortunately, we do not have luxury of time to do that. Next year we are going to the elections. By the time we finish off that exercise, it will be in June. Can we wait for that?
No.
No, we said we are coming to branches in Okruleni. We want to explain why we do not have to adhere 100% to these directives, to these pillars, because we do not have time. Other organizations are already ready for the elections. We still have to compile our election strategy. We don't have an elections campaigns material as yet. Once other organizations are, elections must be held in December this year, for those that do not know. If we were to go for the elections in December, it's going to be a very serious challenge for us as the EFF. That is why we are coming to you and say, pardon us the region, we know you had our issues, the same issues that we were raising, they raised with us. We said, not for now. That is why we are going to call a provincial General Assembly in February, wherein we are going to present the NPA resolution. We are going to present the final copy, the final constitution of the EFF, because you know we made submissions. Now the final copy will be available in February. The final copy of resolutions, which each and every branch must have, will be available in February. We are going to present those resolutions in a more constitutional, well-organized gathering of all regions in this province, sometime in February. So that who is doing any program is not doing it outside the national mandate, outside the NPA mandate.